Welcome back. It's still Splash Rendezvous on Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station. Okay, so I said that we'll be looking at the Oduduwa Republic and the agitation around the Republic. And so my gentlemen in the studio will be taking a look at these issues together. But I'd like you to listen to this audio file. It's from Twitter. And he was one of those people who were agitating for the Federation of Oduduwa. Let's listen to it.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì. Orí tiyín la máa ti kọ́kọ́ fàgbọn. Èmi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá rò pé n ta gbé dání. Chance play là ń ṣe. A fẹ́ tú àwọn èèyàn sílẹ̀ tán. Chichini ló kù. Ẹ mọ̀ pé water pass gàrí. Nígbà tá a bá yabo palace yín. Ẹ rò pé rí là ń ṣe. A ti fẹ́ débì kan. Ó kù díẹ̀ ká release air. Ẹ gbọ́ wẹ́n, ẹ gbọ́ gbòs. Pé n ta gbé dání kò ní di wàhálà. Bàbá làárọ̀ ni. Wàhálà yẹn ń bọ̀. À ń sun báyìí ni. Ẹni tó bá lẹ́mìí ẹ̀ òun ló máa dúró. Ẹni tó lẹ́mìí ẹ̀ ẹ máa gbọ́ nígbà táriwo yẹn bá débi tó yẹ kó dé. Ẹlòmíì náà àwọn ọba yẹn yàtọ̀ sáwọn tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ sókè dáadáa. Ṣẹ̀rí tí kò sọ̀rọ̀ sókè a máa lé kabakaba. Orúkọ tèmi dáadáa wò Ọláyọmí Kóìkì. Mo ti sọ fún yín ìran yín púpọ̀ nù yín òun ló lé gbogbo asóko ẹrú. Àwa fi ń tó yín létí nísìn pé ẹ bá rò pé ẹ ní nǹkan ẹ jẹ́ tètè máa lo nǹkan yẹn nítorí pé tá à ń bá yín fà kò ń ṣe nǹkan kékeré a máa fàdélẹ̀ ni ẹ̀yin lẹ máa lọ sí exile nítorí pé púpọ̀ nù yín ẹ̀yin lẹ rán wa lọ sóko ẹrú púpọ̀ nù yín ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣe jàǹbá fọ́mọ Yorùbá ẹ̀yin wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé ká má da ogun sílẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ò mọ̀ pé ogun ti wà nínú Nàìjíríà látijọ́ tí Nàìjíríà ti dáyé ẹ gbọ́ bá bá wèrè ẹ gbọ́ wíníwíní nígbà tá a bá tú àwọn ọmọ eruku sílẹ̀ eré lẹ̀rọ pa à ń ṣe orí gbogbo yìí la máa kọ́kọ́ fi fágbọn yàtọ̀ sáwọn ọba gidi tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ sókè ẹ lọ sọ fún gbogbo àwọn ọba àti politician pé intagbedani o kò ń ṣeré o and we are not joking my name again is Ọláyọmí Kóìkì ẹ wojú yẹn dáadáa confam ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú Òde abáyín fa.
I don't think I wanted to go beyond that. It's okay. You heard him. What I want us to examine is the possibility or otherwise of this agitation. On Twitter, somebody already, a few people already started tweeting at us on Twitter. I've seen one or two. Let me read this one on Twitter just this evening here now. I like to read. A Yoruba nation will collapse like a pack of cards. All we should fight for is our right within this federation. As for me, from Ondo State, and never again will resources gotten from my state be used to develop Oyo State and some part of Lagos State. That's coming from James Abiodun on Twitter. Gas says, I prefer that we keep the two legislative houses. And then said they are wasting their time. That is referring to the Koiki and the rest who appointed them. They will achieve nothing. Even among themselves, they can't even pick a leader. Not to talk of agreeing on an approach to do the agitation. His adjective is really not very good. So let's go and let's look at it. Is Oduduwa Republic desirable, Micheal?
Well, you see, the word desirable is, which is our operative word, is relative. You see, when you talk about something, an Oduduwa Republic being desirable, you have to understand, first of all, why the agitation. Just like some of those who responded on Twitter said, you see, you have to be able to understand your problem. And that's my major grouse with us in this country. We usually don't understand problems. I remember Professor Nike, when she gave the Splash FM lecture last year, she was saying that
Professor
Olanike, she was saying that, you see, one of the biggest things she has discovered about Nigeria is that we don't seem to have the capacity to really think or rationalize things. Those who are asking for a republic, what exactly are they asking for? It started with restructure, and then we moved to republic and the rest of it. So basically, inconsistency of definition of terms will give me a problem in answering your question. I don't know how to answer the question, because many of the people who are the so-called, agitators, we don't even know them, do we? This man that you just played, whose audio you just played, I don't know him. I've never heard of him before.
So he's not speaking for you?
He's not speaking for me. I'm a Nigerian. I carry the Nigerian passport.
You're denying your Yoruba heritage.
You see, I am Yoruba. But you see, it is being Nigerian that defines me in the face of the international world. So you get it, because there's no passport yet for Oduduwa Republic or
there
whatever
will
it
be.
is.
There will be. I see something here. Oduduwa promoters unveil new currency.
And you see, if the United
Details.
Nations does not recognize you as a nation, you are just playing dice. That's what you are doing. Because as we speak, there's no nation called Oduduwa Republic. Don't forget that you remember what these people in Ethiopia went through before they could get Eritrea out of Ethiopia. It's not something that a few people will just stand up and say we are not doing again, and then it becomes we are not doing again. That's not the way to go about it.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. This is Joseph Oluwaseun from Ibadan. Please.
Let's talk now.
The man that talks does not represent me, because I don't see the necessity of all those certifications. I live in Ibadan and I work in Ibadan. My head of the management is a Yoruba man. Ask him, or go there and ask. How has him been treating the Yoruba? He's from Yoruba. He's denying us our rights. So what are you now talking? Those people that are talking, ask them, how do they feel about this post? Some of them are car smugglers. Some of them are land grabbers. So they now come out to represent me. They are just wasting their time. Thank you.
Let's come to Tunde. Tunde just had the caller. You had Koiki and the rest who are there. I'm just worried about the strategy that they are adopting. Will this strategy actually take us to break Nigeria?
I think it depends on how you look at it. I think from a political angle, there are some who believe that, look, these pseudo agitations that you're now having is perhaps a ploy, to ensure that in 2023 power comes down, to this place. I mean, to the southwest, which is not inconceivable when you know the extent to which some of our politicians will go to push that, okay, by the time we box the rest of Nigeria into a corner, just like it happened in 1999, even though that was a completely different situation, there will be a general consensus that let us give them the presidency so that, everybody will calm down. But coming down to what exactly they're asking for, I think and that is taking politics off the table. Let's, grant it that, we have a lot of people. I am also one of those, fed up, by the lack of progress that we are experiencing as a nation. However, my own disposition has always been that we need to restructure. I think that one does not have any form of ambiguity. The system we have now is a quasi unitary system, and it's not working for anybody, maybe except a few. We need to decongest the exclusive list. We need to, because we are diverse people, let's not deceive ourselves. We are not like maybe England. Even they also have some elements of diversity.
Yes.
Ours is on a different level. Sometimes I keep asking myself, how Africa is this diverse? I think Africa has got to be the most diverse continent in the world.
To hold your thought and let me take this call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Thank you for joining us.
I want to quickly ask a question. What's your analysis?
Hello?
Yes,
Go ahead. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
my name is William.
Let's go.
All right. I want to ask this question.
how do you achieve a nation? Now, your best in the studio is just supporting the views that are being considered right now. This is your mission and the rest. We talked about the structuring and we talked about the constitution. Now, there has been
Please do call us back. You have not been very clear. Please endeavor to call us again. You couldn't make sense of that sound from your end. All right, so Tunde, conclude your thought there.
So we need to respect our diversity, and I think the best way to do it is to have a system that is somewhat loose. That way you're not going to stifle development in other parts, because the truth is our world views are actually different. If you go to Anambra, if you go to Calabar, if you go to Kano, you realize that we look at things differently. Our priorities are different. So, which is okay. Even in other climes, we have that. Some may want to be seen as, an agrarian society. Some want to focus on technology. Some, favors entertainment. Some are interested maybe in putting religion ahead of the rule of law and all of that. I think, if we unpack what we have right now and allow the federating units, and by that I'm referring to the states, not the ethnic nationalities, to have some level of control over things that are fundamental to their daily lives, like security, like water, like housing, like healthcare, like education, like economy. We're going to have less of this.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
Yes, hello, I can hear you now.
Okay, this is William. Sorry.
All right, so let's go.
I want to ask this question. When we talk about Nigeria, why is it that we often fail to take critical measures our reality? Now, we are talking about communication. Now, we talk about the structure. And the powers that be has adamantly refused to actually consider it properly. We talk about the constitution. It came a lot of improvement. Now, what other choice these things we have now as far as the kind of country we want to have? Or if this country is not going to be possible, or somehow it cannot give us what we want, we're talking about different rights and how to get different rights that make up this country. But in the absence of that, and somehow for a long time they have been talking about that thing, but somehow there has not been any kind of in the absence of all the things that we have been asking for. What other choice do you think the people have going forward? Have a nice day. God bless you.
Thank you for your comment.
I think he has captured, my point as well. Professor Banji Akintoye, who is now, the president of Yoruba World Congress, I recall, was the guest lecturer, at the Splash FM anniversary event some 5 years ago. And if you listen to his recommendations, he used the Switzerland model. So, which basically, because Switzerland is also a country of many nations.
Yeah, it's moderation.
What will help is, you decentralize power and control. And these agitations will naturally fade away.
Okay, hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
The network is bad. Please do call us back, okay? Yeah. Dio, let me come to you.
One thing is clear. Someone here?
Yeah, no, nobody's here.
Now, secession, just like the debate on petroleum subsidy, will continue to come back until we do the needful.
And what's the needful?
True federalism in Nigeria. The moment anything bad happens to anyone in any corner, the first thing you think about is, I think I want out. I think I want out. But then for those agitating for Oduduwa Republic now, have they sat down to ask, let's assume we decide to go today, who are those that will lead us? It's easy to fight for something, but when it comes, won't we start remembering you are Ijebu? All these Ijesha people safe, all these Ekiti people, they have strong head. Those things will still come. Now, can we stay in one Nigeria, but then ensure that at least almost everybody's needs are met, and you can be in charge of your resources? Mm-hmm. And that's why I will stick with those who ask for restructuring through federal government of Nigeria, not a quasi-military, or what I think those statesman calls kakistocracy. That is what we are running right now. There's still a military system in our own kind of democracy, and it's unfortunate. And that's why the whole nation depends on Lagos State and the Niger Delta. Something happens in Niger Delta today, there's not enough money. There's not enough tax coming in from Lagos State, and we have to find a way. What is happening to the business in Kano? What is happening to the resources in Oyo State? Are you telling me Borno State cannot make enough money if just leave the insurgency issue out of this? But state governments will not see any reason why they should look for money as long as money comes from Abuja.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, welcome.
Yes, my name is Ahmed.
Ahmed, welcome.
I'm calling from New Garage. Yeah, well, I'm a Yoruba man, and the other time, you can't speak on my own behalf. Because I believe the structure to have a Yoruba nation is not even in place. Come to think of it, I'm sure if you have a Yoruba nation today, 5 years from now, 5 years is even a long time. That is when you know that the person from Ijebu will be agitating that the person from Ekiti is having more power than him. Now, that aside, what structure do we have in place to talk about the Yoruba nation? Where is going to be the headquarters? Is it Ijebu? Is it going to be in Ibadan or Ekiti? These are issues that should be resolved. The truth is, there are problems, but we should not try to use a problem.
We lost that line. Please call us again.
You see, the model that Tunde talked about is the best bet for us. Just restructure. Make sure that you decongest the exclusive list. That's just it. You see, when states can control their resources, you get a better nation. So just like the question that Dayo was asking. So if you now have Oduduwa, are we going to operate as states in Oduduwa?
Or
are we going to, So when you solve a problem, you will create another problem.
Okay, let's see who is here. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Sorry, William calling back.
Okay, Julius, let's do this quickly.
William calling back. I want to ask, was there not a Western solution to this country? How was that region administered? Now, if you have to do a situation of country, now, yes, perhaps the rest will have to, but by then, you won't have any other country to blame. You won't blame the Igbo or the outsiders. If you have your issues and not because of your issues, then you blame yourself. Let it be like that. Right now, we have others who are looking for our solution.
Okay, would you, can you hold on a little bit so that somebody wants to ask you a question amongst our gentlemen here?
Okay,
yes.
I don't know if you can still hear me. Can we really compare what we have now, with what obtained back then? Don't forget that the Western region that you referred to was just one region. We didn't have all the states. Now we have.
Yes, but we have the same collection we have right now. Now, I am not saying that this is perfect for the issue, but some steps need to be taken. Because Nigeria, as it is, cannot get the way to keep our moving forward. I know that. So, in the absence of action, can we continue with this today? That is the problem.
Okay, can we be specific when we say steps need to be taken? In which direction?
Oh, I like
Is it in
that.
the direction of restructuring
Or secession?
to our republic in form of a
Right
secession?
now, if we could restructure, for me, that is our best bet.
Okay, I mean, you made the point then. That's where we are going. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, that's it. Thank you. Sorry, we have to stop here. Thank you. Right. So he's saying restructuring. I mean, that's what he said. I was looking at the Guardian newspaper because I mean, I always tell Micheal that I love to pick Guardian sometimes. For some time now, Guardian have been running an editorial, and they titled it "Federalism is the answer after all." This is the 22nd.
Federalism.
This is the 22nd
The series.
shot of that series, and you can see a lot of things there. But I want to read a part of it because I enjoy reading it. Look at what they wrote today. They said, historically, when unions of people in a state are no longer agreeable, many countries have had the political sagacity to rejig such unions for harmonious existence through the cession, no cessation, through the cession of autonomy to the union partners for an enduring relationship. And they said, we have seen this demonstrated in the United Kingdom, ironically, a unitary state that devolved powers to the North Island, Wales and Scotland. Countries such as the former USSR and present-day Ethiopia has succession clauses for federating units to opt out of the union without resorting to conflict.
So the USSR that you mentioned is a perfect example. So you have many nations, but the point is that it was not about a few people, throwing jabs and all that. It was about the people agreeing.
And when it was time for the iron curtain to fall.
Exactly, it did. So it's a matter of agreement. So we are people who know the law in this country. All of us should sit down and say, do we want to continue this union? If we say yes, then should we go the way of restructuring, or where do we go? So we have to sit down and agree.
So
it's the only way.
The National
which is the
Assembly
way.
is not going to give us.
Okay, so that's where I'm going now. Today,
benefiting from
Micheal,
it.
Dayo, I like us to be clinical about this. We always talk about this, and I don't enjoy talk shops. I enjoy a strategic, pattern. How? Because we know that the National Assembly is not going to give the power to make law to another set of people. Jonathan constituted a conference. To what end? Obasanjo did the same thing. We've had different conferences. So what will give us this restructuring that we are looking for today?
You see, this National Assembly that we have, that we always talk about, before 1919, I mean, the structure that they have now came to being in 1999.
Through the military?
Yes. So we should stop making it look as if the National Assembly is greater than the whole country. We are greater than the National Assembly. And clearly, this is what the people want. I know somebody will say it's Tunde speaking for me, but you need to go out on the street. You see, my fear is that you're not likely going to have anything like that under President Muhammadu Buhari, for obvious reasons. He is part of the class of 66 that they talk about. They see Nigeria in a different way. They are offended when people speak up and throw diverse views because of his background and his limited worldview. But this advocacy should not stop. This agitation should not stop. We must restructure Nigeria. Everybody agrees that the present system we have is not working. It has made some people very lazy, extremely unproductive, because they know that regardless, there's a feeding bottle that is going to pour something from the federal government. That is not going to work. How can the governor of a state, look at what happened in Benue. The governor of the state, barely escaped assassination, and some people came out, to claim responsibility for that. And what did we see? The governor had to go to Aso Rock to go explain to the president that this is. I mean, please do something.
You're making Micheal angry.
Please do something. So all of this must stop.
So I'm looking for how.
And we need a constitutional conference.
Okay, so
that is sovereign.
How would we ever get a sovereign constitutional conference?
The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
This president.
Maybe not this one. I don't know if this one will do it. But the president can actually make it.
It's the only reason why I will not shout down guys that are agitating right now. Because something will have to make this happen. And it will not come easy. And if there's only one thing I can boldly say, that when these people like the guy you just shared, Olamide, or what's his name, Koiki, whatever, when they make such noise, they stir the water. And yes, we don't want them, their type and all that, but they will trigger discussions.
The process.
Exactly. Just like Tunde said, this National Assembly will not. The 1999 Constitution as amended today favors public office holders. That's the truth.
Not the people of Nigeria.
It does not. So they would most likely not make any form of legislation that would get them off the food chain.
Someone else said that. Why did I play that audio? But I think everybody should be given.
It's important. We need this.
Yes,
we need it.
It's a moment for them to speak their mind. But Micheal, as we go, we're going right now.
Yes.
I'd like you to look into this issue. Can we get a sovereign national conference? Can Nigeria get a new constitution?
Yes.
Is there a way we can create a new constitution for this country?
So we've had constitutional conferences before.
Yes.
So there was a way to bring those conferences to the table. So I believe that we've had conferences. We should look at how did we, get the conferences and see how we can put that into, the consciousness of the nation.
If you look at this particular republic,
yes.
I won't go beyond this republic from 1999 to this time. It was just the president who constituted these conferences.
Tunde has said that we are more than them. The people should come out and ask their reps, all of them, to make pronunciations about referendum. So we can use that referendum, for instance, to choose those who will go represent us at the conference.
What I think about every time I hear this argument, since 2016, if you remember, I've always said that when you look into this National Assembly to give you what you're asking for,
asking them to
take a cyanide.
Exactly, class suicide. But you see,
yes,
just like Tunde said, and Dayo said, you see, when you begin to prick them, something will happen. Was it not last year or so where one of the reps in the House of Assembly, National Assembly, was shouting, "I cannot go up to my village." Oh, okay. So he's now feeling what we are feeling. So that's just one. So out of the 360 of them, if all of them, encounter their constituents who say, Oga, you have to do this thing. You have to do this thing. Or don't bother come home. They will do something about it.
You have only 30 seconds. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, everybody in the studio there.
Thank you. Just 30 seconds quickly.
From the mobile collective. I actually thank you, Sean, for asking what I have in mind. It's about how to go in restructuring. Like I answered the question, a charity post in the morning, that will you love to have APC or PDP for many years ruling us? It's about us as persons who are doing this political party as platform to come into power. We all need a change of mind to move Nigeria forward. Whether by camera or you make camera, it is a total waste or a duplication of one thing in many ways. I think we should get and move.
Thank you.
God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much. So we have to close. Dayo, thank you for coming to the program today.
Always a pleasure.
Tunde, thank you so much for coming. Do you see hope?
Well, it depends.
But do we even have a choice?
But you see, yes, we have to. I engaged a couple of people today, because I posted something on my status.
Yeah, okay.
Trust me, 9 out of 10 young people I speak to have become hopeless about Nigeria. But I am not hopeless. I'm not running away.
I am. Do I have a choice? I am. I have kids in this country. I'm not hopeless. I'm hopeful. full of hope. It has to work. It just has to work.
Micheal, are you
I am hoping against hope, really. You know why? Because we need the people to make hope come alive.
This is Splash Rendezvous, and we thank you for always being with us. Micheal, thank you for coming. Tunde, thank you so much for having time to be here against all your schedules, every one of you. Dio, thank you as well. And to all our listeners for finding time to listen to us. May this nation survive. I'm Oluwaseun of Akinola. Good evening.
We're kicking some folks out of the market this season.
I tell you, okay, everyone else in this bed with me, they're losers.
We're the station that beats all the competition. And we'll prove it as soon as we hear any competition.
105.5 Splash.
Splash FM 105.5.
Awesome is for me and definitely for you with the IP67 rated water resistance feature on the Galaxy A72 and A52. Your photo game is endless even in the rain. Catch the fun whenever and wherever with the stereo speakers on the Galaxy A72 and A52 with 1 terabyte expandable storage. No boundaries with the new A series. Also protect your phone with the on-screen fingerprint feature on the Galaxy A32. Get awesome with price from 113,500 naira. Visit Samsung.com or call 0800 Samsung.
Ìfàrẹ̀pẹ̀tẹ̀ o fún gbogbo oníbàárà GoTV. Ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́ta àwọn oníbàárà GoTV máa fi ẹ̀bùn kàǹkà ṣèfàjẹ́ lóṣù kẹta yìí o. Ẹ̀bùn owó ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà ọgọ́rùn-ún kan náírà ló wà fún sísan owó iléèwé àwọn oníbàárà tó lé ní 30. Ẹ̀bùn owó ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà 50 fún àwọn oníbàárà tó lé ní 100. Owó ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà 10 fún ríra nǹkan tó wuni. Ẹgbẹ̀rún 5 náírà láti ra epo sọ́kọ̀. Owó orí ìpè aago àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ilẹ̀ ti ń ṣaṣọ lára ọ̀gá. Àyíníkẹ́ àtàjẹ́ ayò yìí inú GoTV Max ló wà. Ẹ̀yin oníbàárà lórí GoTV Max. Ẹ máa dáwọ́ ìdùnnú. Ìwọ sáti san owó ẹgbẹ̀rún 3,200 náírà sórí GoTV Max lóṣù yìí. Lọ́gán ni wọ́n fi àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ ṣọwọ́ sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ rẹ. Bó o ti kófà oríire. Má gbàgbé ẹni tó bá sanwó sórí GoTV Max lóṣù yìí nìkan ló ní fàyè o. Jẹ̀gbádùn GoTV lórí móhùnmáwòrán rẹ kí o sì jẹ̀fà rẹpẹtẹ. Àsọyépọ̀ ń bẹ o. GoTV, live it, love it.
Do you know you can study in Hungary and Cyprus with ease?
Yes, the representative of Istvan University in Hungary and European University of Levsk in North Cyprus are at your beck and call here in Ibadan, Nigeria.
These schools are in partnership with the Edu Consort of Ruscon Travels and Tours Limited, and over the years, several students have gained admission and visa to study and get their degree by leveraging on this partnership. Ruscon Travels and Tours Limited is your link to study in Istvan University in Hungary and North Cyprus European University of Levsk.
2 world-class universities with campuses located in a serene and friendly environment. You pay 0 deposit and service charge until your visa is secured. For more inquiries, call 0816-932-9152. Again, 0816-932-9152.
Our office is at number 53 MKO Abiola Way, Ajegbe Bus Stop, Ring Road, Ibadan, Oyo State. On Facebook and Instagram at Ruscon Travels NG, Ruscon Travels and Tours. All right, let's go to Hungary and Cyprus for qualitative education.
Hey, Omo, make you no sleep on top bicycle. This better don't tie rapper. For those of una whenever using an MTN SIM for over 15 days now, MTN don't charge. Come increase your welcome back of our woof to 12 times your recharge when you load 100 naira and above.